How to get away with murder. Islam style. I haven't been counting, so don't hold me to this, but it seems like most cases of violent mobs brutally murdering people for blasphemy against Muhammad or the Quran are based on false accusations. Murder by mob is just an easy way to kill someone you don't like in Pakistan or Afghanistan or Nigeria. If you get into an argument with someone, or a woman you're attracted to rejects your advances, you don't have to murder the person yourself. No, indeed. You can just start screaming, "This man spoke against Prophet Muhammad," or "This woman desecrated the Quran." And a mob of morons will murder the person for you. Morning Star News reports. A Christian student stoned to death at a college in northwest Nigeria on Thursday, May 12th, was falsely accused of blaspheming the Prophet of Islam because she had refused to date a Muslim, sources said. Deborah Emmanuel Yakubu, a 200-level student at Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto, the capital of Sokoto State, was beaten, stoned to death, and her body set on fire, area residents said. A video showing the attack reportedly appeared on social media on Thursday, May 12th. In the video, an unidentified man reportedly rages in the Hausa language that he killed Yakubu and set her body on fire. And the Muslims who killed her will probably get away with it, because once you spread the accusation of blasphemy, it's very difficult to punish you, because anyone who punishes you will be siding with the person who committed blasphemy and against the people who defended the honor of Muhammad. So usually there are some arrests, but the arrests are just for show. Yakubu, a member of the Evangelical Church Winning All, ECWA, in her native Tungin Magajia town, Rijau County in Niger State, was falsely accused of blaspheming Muhammad by a Muslim whose advances she had refused, said David Ayuba Azaman, senior pastor at the King Worship Chapel and Ministries, Inc. in Kaduna City. Pastor Azaman said he received information about the killing from Christians at the college in Sokoto. Deborah Emmanuel was complaining in a class WhatsApp group chat, kicking against how they discriminate against Christians in the school in areas of assignments and tests in favor of the Muslims, Pastor Azaman told Morning Star News. This is what they used as a yardstick to say she insulted Muhammad. She didn't insult Prophet Muhammad, but it was discovered that she turned down a Muslim proposal to date her. That led to him accusing her of insulting Prophet Muhammad. So she complained about the unfair treatment of Christians at the college, and she refused to date a Muslim. In response, they falsely accused her of insulting that hypocritical, child-molesting, slave-trading, demon-possessed, semen-drenched, genocidal warmonger we call the most obvious false prophet in history. Local media reported that Yakubu said in the WhatsApp chat group that she had passed exams thanks to Christ, and when she was pressured to retract the statement and apologize, she declined. She urged fellow group members to refrain from discussing religion, according to news outlet Aegis Gist. So she said she passed her exams thanks to Christ, and they told her to take it back. She refused, and they started accusing her of blasphemy. Area residents told Morning Star News in text messages that a Muslim mob dragged Yakubu from her hostel in the morning, stoned her to death, and burned her corpse. This morning, a Christian female student was stoned to death and burned by some Muslim students who accused her of insulting Muhammad, said area resident James Shingumi, as did another person living in the area. The Reverend Kelvin Ugwu, a Roman Catholic priest, said in a statement that he had viewed a video of the assault. There are videos of the attack all over the internet. You can find them on your own if you want to see what they did to my sister in Christ. I can't bring myself to share the videos of how they stoned and beat this young lady to death and subsequently burned her body, Ugwu said. It is very, very traumatizing. He said the killers video recorded the killing, shouting the jihadist slogan, Allahu Akbar, God is greater. Why does this keep happening? What is the content of the insult she was accused of? Ugwu asked. How was it investigated? What part of our Constitution allows this? Why are we silent about this evil? Why are Muslim elites silent about this? When are we going to have this conversation to put an end to this evil? Why are we silent about this evil? Good question. To be fair, we're not silent. We're just oddly quiet. We don't get very loud when a Christian is brutally murdered in the name of Allah. And it's not just Christians who are oddly quiet. Most of the world whispers about Islamic mob violence. Think about this. Islamic blasphemy laws give people a license to murder anyone who upsets them. A Christian college student was stoned and set on fire in broad daylight. There are Muslims bragging about it on Twitter. And most people don't know it happened because most news agencies don't even bother to report stories like this. We've been bullied into whispering about evil. There's a parallel with the grooming gangs in the UK. British leaders and journalists and people in general were bombarded with the idea that if they speak out about the Pakistani rape gangs who were grooming, drugging, raping, gang raping, and pimping thousands upon thousands of young British girls for decades, they were racists. The British were bullied into whispering about evil. But what can we do about Christians and atheists and Hindus who are being killed for blasphemy and apostasy? Well, in the words of the great Cyrus, can you count, suckers? Last time I checked, if you put Catholics, Orthodox, and Protestants together, there are 2.2 billion of us. When it comes to blasphemers and apostates being slaughtered in the name of Allah, a lot of atheists, especially ex-Muslim atheists and Hindus, would be on the same side of this issue with us. Add us all up, and we make up half the world's population. Can you dig it? Politicians and journalists and tech CEOs looking the other way can't silence half the world's population. All we have to do when a mob murders someone for blasphemy is rain down such a torrent of insults and mockery against Muhammad and the Quran that the next time someone decides to stir up a violent mob, the mob will say, "Can't do it. Bad idea. Whatever this person said that upset you, it's nothing compared to what the rest of the world is going to say about our prophet and our book if they hear that we killed another person for blasphemy. So we need to access our non-crazy side right now." Can you dig it?